now that closer. And look, these are Atlantic white Hyannis dolphins. Not your grandmother's dolphins. You don't see these in warm water. These are cold water dolphins. They're on both sides of the boat now. And you see how they're coming all the way out of the water. That tells you that they're traveling. They're going quickly. By jumping out of the water, they're actually saving energy. There is less resistance in the air than there is in the water. So by forcing, look at that! They just set off to those energy levels that by forcing, like you're seeing right now, at 2 o'clock, and they come completely out of the water. That tells you they're traveling at high speed. They're saving energy. They're flying through air much easier than flying through the water.
They're traveling with us now.
They're back now behind us, and actually, yeah, I'm going to correct myself, because now that I get a better look, these are not Atlantic white-eyed dolphins, these are common dolphins. Look at this right next to the boat, my goodness, you guys.
Oh my God.
Look at this right here.
Oh my
So
God.
hold that side of the boat. These are common dolphins, that's all there is to their name, common dolphins.
Oh my God.
They were called that because that used to be the most cited dolphin species here around Cape Cod. Unfortunately, now they're not. Actually, that's why I thought they were Atlantic white-side dolphins, because those are the ones we usually get. Common dolphins are a little bit more rare to see. So you guys are getting a treat too. This is easily 100 dolphins here. We have adults, we have a few juveniles in there. And they're really being social. This is a treat because they don't always do this. Sometimes they're on a mission. A lot of social interactions going on here.
I see them.
They're right here. Look at them coming up here.
See them?
Oh, Mark, it's beautiful. It's careful.
So now most of them are kind of all 1,000 in the front, but some of them are still around 10, 11 o'clock. Now guys, these are toothed whales. Yes, dolphins are considered whales. It's just a differentiation in size. But yes, dolphins are whales. That's your revelation of the day. But they're toothed whales. They have teeth. And they're very social. As you can see, they travel in groups. You will never ever see a dolphin by itself. Not a healthy one. I told you there's a bunch of different pieces of this pond. Here's just one piece.
Right here.
8 o'clock.
Wow.
They're always in communication.
Right here.
So this pond's going to grow. All these little
Look at them right here. Right here. Right here.
pods,
Right here.
these ponds are going to join back to one super pond. So here come more individuals at 8 o'clock. Heading in. They're all talking. These
Aren't they
guys
beautiful?
do have echolocation because they're toothed whales, so they do make sounds to
Okay, Meg, say goodbye in the video.
navigate.
They come from out here now. There's a
Movement.
bunch of them coming from out here too. Wow, this is unbelievable. I wonder how often they get this excited. Yeah, me too.
Here they come. This is a new fraction of the pond now coming in here at 8:39. There's some real young ones in there.
The little ones.
So these guys now joining with the bigger pond at 1 o'clock. And they are, look at the dolphin at 1:30 breaching, which is a fancy word for jumping out of the water. There it is, 1:30, this little whale right there, breaching over and over sideways at 2 o'clock now. That's the social behavior. Starting underneath us, now it's riding our wings. Look behind us on both sides, you might see something. Both nature did a perfect job in shaping their body. They are torpedoes through the water. Do you see how their body is shaped? Skinny, gets wide, and then gets skinny again? That's called fusiform, and that's why we shape surfboards the way. And so now they can glide through the water with less effort. Fur rather would just drag them down and slow them down in the water. And if you notice when they were really close, they only had one single nostril, one single blowhole. When we see our baleen whales later, you're going to notice they have two. That's another difference between toothed whales and baleen whales. So our paw down, surfing from 1 to 11. That was really special. Again, these guys more or less find us. We don't find them. They're just passing through. They may be gone out of the bay here in another 45 minutes. They're really just traveling up and down the coast looking for food. So we're really quite lucky that we stumbled upon them. So they're actually going to keep on heading going north here towards Provincetown. We're not even out of the bay yet. But what a nice way to start our trip. You can keep your eyes back behind us here about 4 or 5 o'clock. Area that's good for us. Alright, so we got 2 humpback whales at the surface around the 10:30 region. And again, with all these other whale watch boats, you will see other whales in the area. But you can see right here while we're waiting for the whales that we're trying to get to, the 2 that are at the surface at 10. Again, humpback whales. So they're averaging for an adult 40 to 50 feet long. They're the ones with the long white pectoral flippers. Here comes a fluke. 10 o'clock, 2 together.
Their tails? Wow. Yeah, me either. Or I have. Behind.
I was looking at you because I wanted you to tell me what feet is it.
I was telling you.
What?
60 feet. 20 yards.
Oh, shoot.
And there's a new species out there at 9. There they are, both side by side.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
See that, Madison?
Little peek of a fluke there. I have a fall.
Get up here. Stand here. Stand here.
It's alright.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Hey, honey, hold on a moment.
Fat, build up that blubber so that they can survive another winter of not eating. Now it has been proven, the other one is here just to the right of this whale. It has been proven that an adult humpback would be able to survive through the winter here. They'd have plenty of fat on them, and they would probably be able to find enough food through the winter to last them. However, The females are all going south because that's where their babies are going to survive. And the males want to mate, so they end up going too. That's pretty much why they are so migratory. Their food is in one place, but their young survive in another. So they're kind of split their year half here, spring, summer, early fall, and the other half down in the Caribbean in the winter. So some whales will leave as early as September. Some may stay as late as December. Really depends on the individual. And then comes next March, April, May, they'll start making their way back up here. Just kind of resting right now. Right next to us. This is a behavior called vlogging. For obvious reasons. Their back looks like a log floating in the water. And their version of rest. Whales don't really sleep, not like you and I do. When we go to sleep, we close our eyes and our body breathes for us. We're involuntary breathers. We don't have to think about breathing. Whales do. They have to think about, concentrate on breathing. They are voluntary breathers. So, what we think happens, half of their brain, one hemisphere, will shut down and rest, and the other half will concentrate on breathing. And they just kind of bob on the surface like this. And then after about 20-30 minutes, that half that was breathing will now rest, and the other hemisphere will resume breathing. Alright, maybe we're going to get a fluke here, nice and close. 11 o'clock, here it comes. Alright, I think that was a whale named Snare. We'll see if we can get an identification on this other one.
There we go.
And these are mostly seagulls, but they're going to pick off the fish that the whale misses or drives towards the surface within diving range. So usually you get birds around feeding whales. So this is a good spot. We got whales here on both sides of the boat. And we'll just kind of keep an eye out. Maybe we'll get something going here. So I'll be in the right place at the right time when it comes to feeding whales.
What's the boat moving down ledge? Yeah.
Mickey's still out there too, coming this way.
There he is.
Another, I think Mickey out there around 9, going towards 10. And our other humpback on the left side of us is making bubbles here. Alright, so maybe we'll turn our attention to this. There is another whale out past this humpback here, where the birds are. Yep, more bubbles. Birds are catching on. I'm looking around 11. There's our humpback just fed. Actually, it's got a mouthful right now. So some of you saw that big Mickey right out at 12. So there's the bubbles that the humpback made. Here's our humpback at 11. It just fed. Now humpbacks use bubbles when they're feeding as a scare tactic. These little schooling fish get frightened by any white water or bubbles, so they bunch together. That's exactly what the whale wants. A nice tight ball of food. We actually call it a ball. And as we saw, the bubbles confuse the fish. They get tight, and they come up right through the middle of those bubbles with their mouth open, and then they get a mouthful, and like I explained, they start pushing the water through the bristles. Water is expelled from the mouth, and the fish are trapped inside, and they can swallow them right down. And that's what this whale just did. just can't predict it. Alright,
Yeah,
here goes the
up,
fluke.
up.
And that's Pele. That was the whale that was just tail bobbing the fluke on the surface of the water. So it could just be another deep dive, or it could be a wind-up for
Je
another
sais pas si j'ai réussi à les prendre en photo, mais je les ai mitraillés quand elle faisait ça parce que j'étais de mon côté. Par contre, j'ai viré le, comment dire, merde, j'ai viré le zoom parce que le zoom ça rend trop mal. Je les ai vus. Tu les as vus? Faire, tu sais, sauter en l'air.
Oui, mais je les ai pas eu.
Ah, je sais pas si je les ai vus, mais je les ai vus ailleurs. Allez. C'est ça qu'ils vont se mettre tous de l'autre côté, tu vois.
And now that everybody's watching, where's Mom?
Enfin, ceux qui étaient de l'autre bateau, je peux t'assurer qu'ils les ont bien vus.
Look at everyone's on standby.
So, okay, so there they are, outside of the hurricane. So that's a great example of just being in the right place at the right time. That's really typical of watching movies. You just don't know when things like that are going to happen. It's hard to know why they do it or when they'll do it. I get that question all the time. Why do whales breach? I don't know. I've never talked to a whale. I can't really tell you. And I can't speak for any other scientists, but I don't think they've spoken to whales either. So, I mean, really, it's just a lot of the information that we have from whales is just from observation. I mean, I couldn't see that.
Alors, ils sont en train de brandir la caméra et tout là. Ah, de toute façon, je sais
It's not by side now.
Oh la vache, ils sont bien prêts.
Ah, non.
They're both excellent.
Oui, je filme.
Those are its right flipper. Alright, so Pele is further away from us, the smaller of the two. And I have an idea of who this whale on the right is. I just need a confirmation here. But you just got a really good look at those flippers as they came out of the water. One inserted violently for about 15 feet from the whale or so much closer to us. Alright, here we go. This is Pele diving. And the other one I'm going to go to. That's Pele. And yes, it is who I thought it was. Eruption. She's a female. And yes, females get bigger than the males do in the humpback species. So they're typically bigger. So again, it could just be another deep dive, or it could be a wind-up for another jump. Was the big one, that was eruption, and then the second Pele. Eruption all the way out of the water. We call that a full spinning breach. And she's actually in the dive again. So maybe we'll get another one. And she does it again. Do yourself a favor, put your camera down and just take a look. It's awesome. Sometimes your memory serves you better than your pictures.
Ça on peut le
For
dire.
your sake, I hope she does it again. She's really big boiler. And then you just get a better idea of what their body is.
Did you see it?
Really how tiny they are. Now breaching, the act of breaching is really impressive. Think about it. Swimming in the ocean, you can't reach the bottom. You're jumping all the way out of the water without touching off the bottom. And that's pretty impressive, right?
Pourtant, je l'ai mis à recharger tout à l'heure.
Je l'ai rechargé 2 fois ce matin. De pas plus.
Hier, je l'ai mis à recharger. Ouais, un petit coup de couleur.
So, main question, do they go all the way to the bottom, or how far do they need to go to get the speed to get out of the water? That's a great question. I don't really know.
Il y en a une là-bas.
It's only 200 feet here, which is actually just checked our depth finder. So they have all the 200 feet, and they might not even be using all of that to get out of the water. So again, they're super powerful. That whole, we call it the tail stalk, the part of their body that goes down towards the fluke, is called the tail stalk, that actually does not fall. And they are super, super strong. So for such big, slow animals, they really can be quite powerful.
Ah.
So kind of a lazy half breach, that was eruption.
Well, look it up.
Uh-oh, they're blowing.
Alright, so they popped up in front of the mystery dam. Alright, so they were about an hour, 1 o'clock. Other babies out there in the distance. Up, fluke at 1 o'clock. Oh, not quite. Didn't want to, might still be there. Oh yeah, they're still there.
That was so cool.
We'll wait for them to die. Maybe we'll get some more fluke feathers out of them, and then we gotta start taking over that
Là-bas au bout en plus. Là.
Oh,
Oh, les belles, c'est là-bas.
That's Pele.
Hey, Liz.